So this is my travel rig. I don't have crazy effects on here. This is the bread and butter. These are functional pedals. This is EQ. This is compression. This is a crunchy gain. This is a more saturated gain, and this is delay. Usually you want to put delay last. There are exceptions to that, but think about whatever you're putting into the echo is what's going to be echoing. So if you plug a guitar straight into an amplifier, it's going to give you some compression, it's going to give you EQ based on the knobs, and it's going to give you some gain with a gain knob or a master volume. So this pedal board sort of simulates all that, and right now I'm just running into a PA system, and it sounds like this. So that's usable. It's not perfect, but it's functional because I have most of what a guitar amp would be doing on this board. But usually I run this into a guitar amp, so it sounds even better. Okay, so this is the way I have my guitar set up. I wire my pickup selector switch backwards. So this is actually the neck pickup, and this is the bridge pickup. So usually if you buy a Fender, it's this, both of these, middle is this, then both of these, then the neck. So mine's backwards because if I play jazz stuff clean, I'm most likely going to be playing like this. See how my knuckles are down here? If the switch is over here, I'm hitting it. So that really annoys me. And it's something I wish it was different on a Strat. So I just have my tech wire my switches backwards. Because if I'm playing with the bridge pickup, I'm probably using distortion. And then I'm kind of rooted over here to help with the open string noise. So that's the way I do it. The tone knob, I have one of them. Most Strats have two, because this is kind of a Frankenstein baby Strat here. But usually this will go from bright to super dark. So it's a low pass filter. You know, the more you turn the tone knob down, the more you're sort of just adding a shelf that scoots to the left on your EQ. And the volume knob will bring down the volume, but it also brings down the gain. So if I add a lot of distortion, like this, as I bring the volume knob down, it doesn't just get quieter, it gets cleaner. Compared to this. And there are different kinds of potentiometers that you can put under these knobs. So I use 500K pots, which is the brightest. It has the highest resonance peak, which means the treble frequencies that can bleed through are as high as you can get them, as far as I know. You can't get better than 500K. Usually humbuckers come with 500K pots because humbuckers are very dark sounding, and 500K pots bring out some of the brightness that gets canceled with humbuckers, whereas single coil pickups like on Strats and Tellies like these will come with 250K pots. And those are darker and it tempers some of the like pokey sounds on the high end. But Mark Knopfler, Eric Johnson, a lot of my favorite players put 500K pots with single coil guitars, so that's what I do. And so there's a very high resonance peak, and what that allows you to do, like this is my, my bridge pickup, I mean, you can get a lot more like those harmonics and things that you usually would have a harder time with on a Strat. It just gives you a lot more sonic room to work with. And if I turn all the gain off, except for, yeah, I mean, you get such a clear articulation. And that's what the 500K pots with single coil pickups do. Again, my pickups are wired backwards, so right now we're on the neck pickup, which sounds like this. There's kind of a squishiness to it. It's picking up the sound from closer to the middle of the string. The string's vibrating from the nut to the bridge, and the midpoint of that is the 12th fret, which is how you get these harmonics. The string's vibrating when I do that equally on both sides. So the closer you have a pickup to the middle of the vibrating section of the string, the more it's going to get that warm, loose sound. If I use the bridge pickup, it's picking up the string where it's very tight. So there's not a lot of shaking going on in the string there. If you were to like film the string in slow motion, you'd see all this movement here and very little over here. So even if I go back to the neck pickup and I play where the string is tight, it sounds like this. Compared to this. Now, if on the bridge pickup, You see, over here on the neck pickup, it was going from smooth to raspy. But on the bridge pickup, it's going from raspy to even more raspy because of where the magnets are picking up the vibration of the string. So the way I usually think about this is like, how aggressive do you want the sound to be? If you want a really smooth, dark, warm sound, you have to go with the neck pickup. So if I'm playing fingerstyle on electric guitar, most of what I'm going to do is that. It's really hard to get that sound. I'll do it the same thing now with the bridge pickup. It just kind of has like an aggression that you can't get rid of. So the middle selections, the middle pickup positions, like this one, this is between the neck and middle. And this to me is like, it has two applications. One is like the funky sound, you know. And the other is, if you want to get with distortion, it's like the Texas blues sound, yeah. Because Stevie Ray Vaughan used that a lot. And the same thing kind of goes for when you put these two. They both kind of have that quack. But the real utility of those positions and how they got popular is because when you're running two pickups at once, it cancels the hum. So like, let's see. Listen to the hum here. And then when I kick in the two pickups, it cancels. So in the early days of electric guitar gear, when there were no noise gate pedals or anything, that was very helpful. Because live, if you wanted to not sound like this all the time in between your songs or whatever, you had to play on those split positions. So that became a real style, and now it's just part of the electric guitar sound.